Hi, my name's Tobin Ost. I'm the set designer for Disney's Newsies, the musical, at the Nederlander Theater. I was always interested in architecture, and one summer I really wanted a job at the local architecture firm. I stopped by and I said, "Can I stir coffee for you?" and just look over your shoulder, and they're like, "We can't possibly take anyone who's under college age." And so I went across the street to the theater where I started doing some stuff and asked them, "Can I swing a hammer?" And that in turn turned to painting, and the painting turned to kind of frosting the cake, as it were. Somebody else designed the scenery and I designed kind of what the skin would look like. And then all of a sudden, I'm graduating from high school with designed productions under my belt. When I work with Jeff Calhoun, the director, the amazing thing is that what he brings to the table, and what's such a luxury for a designer, is that it's always a full stage picture. That the scenery, in a sense, has to be choreographed in the same way that the actors are. And what that means now, I think, is that those moves can't be apologetic. They have to be as beautiful as the staging of the actors. We knew, given the script, that we needed a lot for chase scenes, the ability to move around. We didn't want to see people just running in circles in the middle of the stage. Also, it was important that we provided enough stage space for the choreography, knowing that there's going to be big tap numbers and things on the floor. So what we ended up with was something that could get out of the way. It was these towers that basically could roll upstage and give you the floor space that quote-unquote proper choreography would want, but then it also gives you vertical real estate, almost more, frankly, than the deck itself. Knowing that there's this film that existed, but very little more than that, and kind of where could we run with this, was really thrilling. To see kind of how the movie was, but then also see how the script had for the stage was something entirely different, but also obviously the same in many ways. Well, first of all, you can sit at your desk all day and just scratch your head and not come up with an idea, and sometimes they just come out of the blue. In this case, we knew that we wanted to find the commonalities between New York of the turn of the century and that which kind of exists today. So we were looking at things like L stops, or raised train beds. We were looking at the fire escapes. We were looking at metal architecture, things that were riffing on Industrial Revolution. I found this great image of a printing office from the turn of the century, and what I loved is that there wasn't wall, there wasn't brick, there wasn't anything. It was basically just steel and glass skylights. And this is what we started playing with. We didn't want this to look like a production of, say, Oliver, or something that was more distressed and dirty and wooden, in that sense, that this is a different animal. We ended up looking at things that were metal. That was very important to us. Not just metal in terms of what the city provided, but also in terms of printing press, the printed word. We started looking at typesets and typed fonts, things that you would find in a printing office. And so in the end, the show wasn't dirty, it was inky. That was kind of the definition we were making. We didn't want to see browns, we want to see the color of greasy ink. We have sidewalls that light up, and the upper portions are snippets of newspaper from the period, again emphasizing the trolley strike and union unrest. At the back, we have a big element that lights up that starts at the top as being suggestive of the skyline of 1899. And then as it fades towards the bottom, it starts to breaking up into layered newspapers and things that feel more a part of a newspaper world than the city at large. I can sum it up as a true collaboration with everybody. It's rare that you get the luxury of a production where everybody seems to be in sync and everybody's bringing amazing things to the table. That is a luxury. That's not something that happens all the time. And I do certainly credit Jeff Calhoun with much of that. What he compiled in terms of a working group of actors and designers and creatives, as it were, really is remarkable.